No, this is a regular video.
Hello,
Facebook. Right, you go ahead and do the intro since you want to go so bad.
Hello, Facebook friends and family. It's me, Malachi, and Mommy.
Now, woo. Speaking of my baby wanting to get in the camera, that gets me to what I was about to talk about. Hold on. Boy, move. I'm about to close my doors up a little bit because y'all got the TV and that phone running. Anyway, look at my stomach when I stand up. Don't I look pregnant? I'm about to channel this message real quick because I'm getting ready to fry me some chicken. Which brings me to somebody out here is pregnant. And it's going to be like a miracle baby or one of those pregnancies like I didn't know I was pregnant, or a cryptic pregnancy or something like that. And I'm channeling the message. For one, TMI, but this is my digital diary. I just went through and watched some of my videos earlier, like from the last week or so. I watched my lives, and for one, I did not know how gifted I am. And like when I channel messages, I be so deep into the channeling that I have to go back and watch my videos to even see what I said myself and then process it. Like in the midst of me channeling, yes, of course I'm present, mind, body, and soul, but I be so deep into the channeling that I have to go back and just to see it. And when I go back and watch my videos, I take notes on them because, again, I solve cases for real around this bitch. And watching my videos from the last week, I didn't know how gifted I was. And I believe we may be in a Mercury retrograde or something like that. I don't keep up with astrology or nothing like that. I just get the downloads and channel the messages or whatnot. And, but I believe that I heard some of my spiritual aunties and cousins say that we was in the midst of like a Mercury retrograde. And maybe that's why the past is resurfacing or whatnot. But anyway, somebody is pregnant. And they're about to get ready to have a baby, but they don't even know that they're pregnant. Like, again, I didn't know I was pregnant or a cryptic pregnancy. Like, this woman has been coming on her period every month. And she hasn't really been feeling like she's been pregnant for real or anything like that. You know, she just don't know. This particular pregnancy that I'm talking about, this person really don't know that they're pregnant. And I can use myself for an example because I pick up energy and I channel it. And like I just said, if I stand up right now, I look pregnant to me. Like 3 or 4 months to me. This is how I be looking when I'm 3 or 4 months pregnant. Mind you though, I just came off my cycle yesterday. But my cycle was like 3 days late. And it's making me think about when I was pregnant with my son, Amari, my 10-year-old. And I'll tell the story often of how I came on my period all the way until I was 5 months pregnant. Like every month through my whole first trimester, through the whole first trimester, and 2 months after that, 2 months into the second trimester, I kept coming on my period. And I kept going to the hospital, Beaumont of Royal Oak. I kept going to the hospital and seeing why was I bleeding because I was pregnant. But the thing is, with Mari, I knew that I was pregnant. That's why I was going to the hospital. Because if I didn't know that I was pregnant, I would have just thought I was coming on my period. Because the same time that I was supposed to come on my period, I would start bleeding. But I was pregnant as fuck. And it's like, that's why I don't know if my baby like a miracle baby or what. They kept saying it was my placenta was detaching and that was causing the bleeding, but that it was just, it'll go away. But no, I used to be bleeding for like 4 or 5 days straight, changing pads and everything because I don't know why actually, but it was like I was coming on my period even though I was pregnant. And now that I'm older and more spiritual and I think about it, I just feel like that was God. Like God probably knew I would have had an abortion. he knew I probably would have had an abortion at that time. Mari is my 4th child. And when I was pregnant with him, I was talking to my friend Sean. I was going through so much stuff with Al or whatever. And I used to be crying, chopping it up with my friend Sean and shit like that. And, you know, it was so much going on. I had just, my house was going through some stuff or whatever. So I was staying at Al's mom's house. I had a house off of 7 Mile of Evergreen on Anchester. But I was going through some stuff with my house over there. And I had ended up going to stay at Al's mama house for a few months or whatever. Like a large amount of months. Like 5 months I was staying at Al's mama house. So I think if God had knew that I knew. I mean, if God hadn't did that, I probably would have had an abortion. Is what I'm saying. So it's like he kind of fooled me a little bit. Like, when I first took the pregnancy test when I was pregnant with Mari, it came back negative. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. But I was nauseous as fuck. Like, I kept being nauseous. And the only time I'm really ever nauseous is if I'm pregnant. Or if I got heartburn too much, it'll make me nauseous. But I was so nauseous when I was pregnant with Mari. Like, and I used to have the worst headaches. So I took a pregnancy test, but it came back negative. So, fuck it. I ended up coming on what I thought was my period. But the second month, I ended up taking a pregnancy test, and it came back positive. But I still came on my period. And it's making me think of Serena Williams, you know, Venus and Serena Williams. And Serena Williams was saying, like, how she was 2 months pregnant, and she had her period. Like, she had her period the first month and the second month, but she went to the doctor and confirmed that she was 2 months pregnant. And it's like, I'm telling you, God, he does things in a certain way. That's why they say it's God's plan. Because when I took the pregnancy test, when I thought I was pregnant and it came back negative, if it had came back positive, I would have had an abortion. But it came back negative, so I thought I wasn't pregnant. And I came on my period. But being that I kept being so fucking nauseous, the second month I took it again and I was 2 months pregnant. By the time I went to the doctor, I was 3 months pregnant. But I was still having my fucking period. So somebody, though, they're going through a pregnancy like the whole 9 months with having a period. And not really knowing that they're pregnant. I'm hearing fluctuate in belly. Fluctuate in baby bump. And that's when sometimes you look like you're pregnant. And then sometimes you don't. See, sometimes you look pregnant. And sometimes you don't. And it's called a fluctuating baby bump. Or whatever. So maybe somebody is having that. Like, sometimes they probably be thinking like, am I pregnant? No, I'm not pregnant. Am I pregnant? No, I can't be pregnant. I'm coming on my period every month. Like, no, I'm not pregnant. But there really are. And this person is not going to have no prenatal care or nothing like that. And they're going to go into labor. They're going to give birth to a full-term baby that is going to be healthy and beautiful. And I'm hearing this is a golden child. Like, this baby is meant to be here. Some lady that is walking around is about to give birth. Shut the fuck up! Somebody is really about to give birth. And they had no idea. It's like they need to be on the show. I didn't know I was pregnant. Or whatever. So that is so crazy to me. And it's making me think about myself, but I don't think that I'm pregnant. Again, I thought that I was pregnant in September. I tell the story. And then I was waiting on my test results, but my doctors wouldn't give them to me, and they wouldn't put the results in my portal. And then I ended up going to jail for no reason. And when I was in there, I started cramping so bad as if I was having a miscarriage. But I kept saying, like, I should have been having a baby this June. Like, June of 2025, I should have been giving birth to a baby. I was just about to say a baby boy, but I don't know. Or whatever. However, like I said, I feel like I ended up miscarrying. And I try not to think about it, talk about it, or anything like that, because I don't want it to put me in an emotional state or anything. So I try not to talk about it. That's bringing me to Why Did I Get Married? And I just watched that movie last night or the night before or whatever on my phone. And you know, Janet Jackson and her husband Gavin, they had ended up losing their son and she didn't want to talk about it. It's almost like she made it seem like he didn't exist. Hold on, because my son's about to get fucked up. If I say that I am recording one more time and y'all get extra loud and I done already closed my doors, I'm going to make y'all go in y'all fucking room and close that door and stay the fuck up in that bitch. And get your goddamn hoodie, because I done cleaned up in here already. I keep saying I am the mother, not the maid. And get that drawing off the couch. If you want to color and draw and do all that shit, it's a table right there for that. Anyway, Janet Jackson was trying to get over the fact that she had accidentally killed her son in a car accident. So she didn't want to talk about it with her husband, but she needed to talk about it. So I'm getting something like that, like somebody just don't know. And they need to talk to somebody. It's like this person needs to talk to their mate. Like you can't keep it bottled in. You can't go on with life without not talking about certain shit. Anywho, I feel like I want to record this video over because my fucking kids been so fucking loud in the background. And that shit really just pissed me off to the point where I couldn't concentrate. Then they got this goddamn fly in here because my nephew came over here and put a big ass hole in my son's screen in their window. And now every time they open their window, a fly comes in here. And that pisses me off. But what made me make this video is because I really want some fried chicken so bad. And being that I said I watched my videos for the last week, I remember saying that I was craving spicy chicken from Popeyes. And I'm about to get ready to make me some chicken or whatever. Somebody is pregnant. This fly is irritating me. I'm hearing multiply like flies, like be fruitful. You see that? Somebody is pregnant and they don't know that they're pregnant. And they're getting ready to have a baby. And they didn't have any prenatal care. But this baby is going to be healthy as fuck. And this person, they're not talking to the baby daddy or something. Or they're not talking about the situation, for one, because they don't know about it. They don't know about this situation. And they don't know about it because they thought, am I giving a message to myself? No, I'm not pregnant though. And I'm not in denial. So I'm picking up on somebody else's energy. It's like you're having a baby. Get ready. And I was just singing before I turned the camera on. Get ready for your blessings. Get ready for your miracles. Get ready for your blessings. Yes, get ready for your miracles. Somebody is miracles. They about to have a baby. They're about to have a baby. That's crazy though. I gotta get off here. I'm about to get ready to fry me some chicken. I'm mad that this video even came out like this. I'll probably redo it. I think I might. Let me start over.